A truck driver approaches a military quarantine checkpoint where hazmat teams spray his vehicle with disinfectant. He asks what's happening, and a soldier tells him there was a minor chemical leak in the biotech district, but everything's under control. The driver continues down the empty highway and his phone rings, distracting him. He hits something and stops to check, finding a dead deer in the road. After confirming his truck has no damage, he leaves the animal lying there. Suddenly, the deer's eyes snap open and it stands up with jerking movements. Meanwhile, in Seoul Fund Manager Suk-woo sits in his office talking to a client about selling stocks while scrolling news reports about mysterious fish deaths in a major reservoir. His assistant walks in and Suk-woo tells him to dump all shares in that company immediately. Later, he parks outside his apartment and argues on the phone with his ex-wife about their daughter Suin. The girl wants to visit her mother in Busan tomorrow for her birthday, but he refuses to let her travel alone. He enters the apartment where his elderly mother opens the door. Suk-woo walks into Suin's room, finding her on the phone with her mother saying she can take the train by herself. The girl hears him and hangs up quickly. Suk-woo sits beside her and suggests waiting a week until his work slows down so he can escort her to Busan personally. He gives her the birthday present early, and she opens it, discovering it's the exact same toy he bought her last year. When he asks what else she wants, Suin says she just wants to see her mother. She tells him she'll go alone so she doesn't waste his precious time. But here's what Suk-woo doesn't realize yet. This decision will save both their lives and doom everyone around them. That evening, Suk-woo talks with his mother about the situation, and she tells him to have a real conversation with his ex-wife when he goes to Busan. He responds that it's a crucial period at work, but his mother says it's a crucial period in Suin's life too. She hands him a camera containing footage of Suin's school recital that he missed. Suk-woo watches the video, seeing his daughter's face fall when she realizes he's not in the audience. The next morning, he tells Suin they're taking the train together. During the drive to the station, he tries making the recital into a life lesson about disappointment when he nearly hits an ambulance speeding past. They stop as an entire military convoy races by with sirens blaring. Suddenly, Suin notices ash falling from the sky and a massive fire burning in the distance. At Seoul Station, the KTX bullet train to Busan prepares for departure. The conductor enters his cabin while attendants check passenger lists, and a baseball team's coach tries getting his rowdy players to sit down. An elderly couple boards with the husband In-gil, offering his wife Jong-gil a boiled egg. Suk-woo and Suin board the train, and he immediately calls work, saying he'll be back before lunch. Just before departure, a teenage girl with a badly torn school uniform runs onto the platform, stumbling into the last car. As the train pulls away, Suin looks out the window, seeing a man in a business suit tackle a station worker and start ripping into his throat. The teenage girl collapses in a seat, and nobody notices the massive bite wound on her leg that's leaking black fluid. Passenger ng-seok complains to an attendant that a strange man jumped on at the last second and has been locked in the bathroom for 10 minutes. Suin gets curious and walks toward the bathroom to see what's happening. The man inside keeps screaming that everyone is dead, but the attendant doesn't understand. The infected girl stands up and begins walking through the train cars, twitching and jerking. She suddenly collapses in the aisle, but passengers just step over her. Suin needs the bathroom but runs into pregnant passenger Sung-kyung's husband Sang-hwa, who's guarding the door for his wife. Meanwhile, the female attendant finds the collapsed teenager convulsing violently and immediately radios for medical assistance. Suk-woo wakes to his phone ringing and realizes Suin has disappeared. His assistant says something massive is happening nationwide. The attendant keeps radioing her supervisor about the sick girl when the teenager suddenly stands up, fully transformed into a zombie. She jumps on the attendant's back, biting deep into her neck as they stumble into the next car. Passengers start screaming, and the baseball team is attacked first with zombies tearing into 3 players simultaneously. The bitten attendant transforms within 15 seconds and attacks another passenger. Absolute chaos erupts throughout the train as the supervisor yells for everyone to run. Suk-woo searches desperately for Suin, but sees something terrible happening in the connected car. People sprint past them both, and Suk-woo watches the supervisor get tackled by the zombified attendant, who bites his face. The supervisor stands up, transformed within seconds. Suin appears behind her father, and he grabs her hand, running as a massive wave of zombies chases them through multiple cars. Sang-hwa tells Sung-kyung to hurry when he notices the chaos starting. A zombie bites into a woman directly in front of them, and Sung-kyung begs him to help. Sang-hwa grabs the woman but gets attacked, so he shoves the zombie into a bathroom and locks the door. He yells for his pregnant wife to run, but more zombies pour into the car from both directions. Suk-woo reaches the next car and slams the door shut, with Sang-hwa still fighting on the other side. Sung-kyung reaches the door and Suk-woo closes it right in her face, leaving her outside with the zombies. Sang-hwa fights off 3 zombies with his bare hands and breaks through, getting himself and his wife into the safe car. He immediately attacks Suk-woo for abandoning them, but other passengers separate the men. Suk-woo notices the zombies aren't trying to open the door and tells everyone to stay quiet. He realizes the creatures only attack what they can see, so Sung-kyung covers the door window with newspaper, and the zombies immediately calm down. The conductor makes an announcement that they won't be stopping at the next station. Suddenly, Suk-woo's phone rings and it's his mother worried about them. She tells him to protect Soo-in no matter what happens. During the call, Suk-woo hears strange sounds in the background and his mother's voice changes before the line goes dead. He realizes she's been infected but doesn't tell Soo-in. The train slows, passing a station where desperate people pound on the windows begging for help while zombies tear them apart. A government official appears on every phone and TV, making an announcement that violent riots have broken out in several major cities. He declares a state of emergency and orders citizens to remain calm and stay in their homes. The official insists their safety isn't in danger as the camera shows entire cities burning. Passengers check social media, seeing hundreds of videos showing people being attacked in the streets. Several hours later, the passengers have barricaded the connecting doors. Soo-in tells her father that her mother's phone isn't working. Elderly In-gil makes his wife Jong-gil take the seat next to Suk-woo, so the young girl gives In-gil her own seat. Sang-hwa sees this and he's still angry that Suk-woo shut the doors in their faces earlier. Suk-woo scolds Soo-in for being selfless, telling her she needs to think of herself first. The conductor announces they'll be stopping at Taejun Station, where the military has been deployed to secure the train. But what nobody knows yet is Taejun fell 2 hours ago and every soldier there is already dead. Suk-woo overhears Young-seok on the phone asking which cities are still accepting refugees, and Taejun isn't on the list. He tells Soo-in to stay where she is and moves to another car, making a private call. Meanwhile, Suk-woo calls a powerful client asking about Taejun Station. The man warns him that everyone arriving there will be quarantined in contaminated zones. When Suk-woo mentions his daughter is with him, the client says not to go to the main plaza, but to the east platform where his private security team will extract them. That evening, the train arrives at Taejun Station and there's absolutely nobody waiting on the platforms. Young-seok pushes his way out first and all other passengers follow, including Suk-woo holding Soo-in's hand. The passengers walk through the completely empty station heading toward the main plaza. Suk-woo breaks away from the group, taking Soo-in toward the east platform. The homeless man follows them because he overheard the phone call and wants to escape with them. As the main group descends the escalator, Sang-hwa notices something deeply wrong about the station. At the same moment, a soldier appears at the end of the hallway. Suk-woo tells Soo-in to stay there and chases after them. When the main passengers reach the bottom of the escalator, hundreds of infected soldiers suddenly charge from the darkness. The massive zombie horde attacks the group and Sang-hwa sees it happening just in time, dragging Sung-kyung back up the stairs. A zombie appears behind the soldier and rips his throat out. More zombies appear and Suk-woo runs back to Soo-in, but she's already being chased when Sang-hwa appears and saves her. They sprint toward the trains as the baseball team holds the station doors open, and once everyone enters, they slam them shut. Suk-woo struggles, throwing off a zombie when the homeless man helps him, and both sprint toward the doors. They push the doors closed together, but zombies are already forcing their way through. Sung-kyung reaches the train, seeing some passengers being torn apart. Station zombies break through the windows and fall onto the train platform. Sung-kyung and Soo-in enter a different car with the homeless man and lock the doors just in time. Meanwhile, Sang-hwa finally locks the station door after a brutal fight. Suddenly, the zombie horde breaks through the glass behind them as the men start running. They see the train beginning to move and sprint desperately after it. When they reach the stairs, 2 baseball players are grabbed by zombies and torn apart, screaming. The last player freezes in terror, but Suk-woo grabs him and forces him to keep running. Sang-hwa lags behind carrying a riot shield and uses it to save Suk-woo from incoming zombies. Sung-kyung and the others are trapped between 2 zombie-filled cars. She spots an unlocked bathroom and signals everyone to hide inside. They hold the door closed as more zombies pound from outside. At the same moment, Suk-woo tries reaching his daughter when he hears Sang-hwa talking to her on his phone. Soo-in says they're trapped in a bathroom in car 13. The men prepare to fight through 5 zombie-filled cars to rescue them. Sang-hwa plans their strategy and they wait until passing through a tunnel. The zombies spot them immediately and the 3 men charge forward fighting. Sang-hwa kills zombies with his bare hands while Suk-woo protects his flank. Suddenly, they pass through a tunnel and the zombies stop moving, becoming completely disoriented in the darkness. Suk-woo makes noise with the bat and the zombies follow the sound, allowing the men to escape. They realize they can use their phones as decoys. They enter the next car during tunnel darkness and Suk-woo throws Sang-hwa's phone to the back. He calls it and zombies swarm toward the ringing sound while the men slip through unnoticed. They reach the bathroom and everyone reunites emotionally. When the train enters another tunnel, they crawl through the luggage racks above the zombies' heads. The homeless man falls and Suk-woo helps him up. They both get stranded when the train exits the tunnel and barely make it through the door. Sang-hwa holds the door closed because a zombie is wedged in the frame when suddenly a zombie bites deep into Sang-hwa's arm. The baseball player finally smashes through into car 15, but Young-seok holds the door, refusing to let them in. Sung-kyung starts walking toward her husband, but Sang-hwa yells for her to stay away. He tells Suk-woo to take his wife and leave because he can feel himself changing. Sang-hwa asks Suk-woo to protect Sung-kyung and the door suddenly breaks apart. Sang-hwa holds the zombies back as his body transforms. The other passengers finally open the door, letting Suk-woo's group inside. Suk-woo grabs Soo-in and Sung-kyung but can't reach In-gil in time. He closes the door and immediately attacks Young-seok, calling him a murderer. Young-seok claims they're infected and forces them into the vestibule between cars. The homeless man goes first, accepting exile. The cheerleader refuses, staying with the cowards, so she joins the baseball player. Jong-gil sees her zombified sister on the other side and opens the door before anyone can stop her. Car 15 passengers get immediately stormed by the zombie horde. Meanwhile, the conductor sees fires burning throughout Busan and realizes nowhere is safe anymore. Suk-woo finally talks to Soo-in properly, telling her he'll take her to her mother for her birthday no matter what happens. Hours later, Suk-woo gets a call from his assistant who says Busan has the strongest defenses of all remaining cities. He also reveals the virus originated from one of their company's biotech subsidiaries, and here's the gut punch. Suk-woo himself approved the research funding that created this nightmare, killing millions. The train breaks suddenly because there's massive wreckage blocking the tracks. Young-seok somehow survived and pushes the conductor into zombies to escape. A burning vehicle crashes into the stopped train, separating the survivors. Young-seok sacrifices the cheerleader to zombies and escapes. Meanwhile, Soo-in wakes Suk-woo and they discover they're trapped under a collapsed train car with Sung-kyung and the homeless man. Zombies break through windows and the homeless man fights them off while the girls escape through a gap. The homeless man stays behind, sacrificing himself so they can live. Sung-kyung, Suk-woo, and Soo-in run from the massive horde chasing the moving locomotive. They all board, but zombies cling desperately to the sides. Suk-woo fights them off one by one, throwing them from the train. They search for the conductor but find a half-transformed Young-seok in the cabin instead. When the transformation completes, Young-seok attacks them violently. Suk-woo fights him while Sung-kyung pulls the zombie off his back. Young-seok bites deep into Suk-woo's hand before Suk-woo chains himself to a railing and throws Young-seok off the moving train. Suk-woo realizes he's infected, and before transformation he gets both girls into the cabin, showing Sung-kyung where the brake controls are. He tells Sung-kyung to stay with Soo-in and get to Busan where it's safe. Soo-in can't let him go, but Suk-woo releases himself from her grip before he transforms and exits the cabin. She cries and screams after him. As Suk-woo begins transforming, he remembers the day Soo-in was born. Then he jumps off the moving train. Sung-kyung and Soo-in stop the locomotive because there's a military blockade ahead. They continue on foot through rubble and bodies, entering a dark tunnel. Military snipers on the other side aim at them, unable to tell if they're infected. An order comes through to kill them both. Suddenly, Soo-in starts singing her recital song that Suk-woo missed. The soldiers recognize they're human and radio that survivors are approaching. If you're still watching, this means you survived the full story. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.